With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain.
Happening now.
The discovery of a partially submerged body along the banks of the San Antonio River near the Blue Star Arts Complex is being treated for now as a potential crime scene. We'll have the latest coming up.
Turning it up, 98 degrees with our guest co-host, Nick Lachey. We love Nick so much.
It is great having Nick here. Yeah, now we want to make sure that we get Hawaii Week off to a great start here at the Sheraton Waikiki.
Yes, we're going to do this the proper way. We are here to honor our production with a traditional Hawaiian blessing ceremony, and here to do that is Kahu Hi'ile Shibata. Hello.
What we're doing is we're honoring the place as guests that are here, and we're asking the place to accept us exactly where you are. The front here, right in the ocean, is a place called Kawehewehe.
Kawehewehe.
And Kawehewehe was considered healing waters. So what I did earlier was I collected that water. We have the la'i, which is the tea leaf. And so what this does...
Happening now.
The discovery of a partially submerged body along the banks of the San Antonio River near the Blue Star Arts Complex is being treated for now as a potential crime scene. We'll have the latest coming up.
Another cold front is on the way this week, and this one you're going to feel more than the last. I'll tell you how cold it's going to get, and we'll talk about rain chances. See you in a bit.
And we introduce you to one young inventor who hopes to change the lives of those who can't use their hands. The News at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, an update on the naming of a new president and CEO at CPS Energy. The company announcing today Rudy D. Garza will act as interim president and CEO starting November 8th.
His appointment coming nearly 2 weeks after embattled CPS Energy president and CEO Paula Gold-Williams announced her resignation. She'll remain with the company in an advisory role through January 2022. This is a developing story. You can stick with us on air and online to give you the very latest. We're learning more about the discovery of a man's body along the banks of the San Antonio River. It was discovered near the Blue Star Arts Complex in Southtown.
At this hour, the victim's identity is still tentative, according to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office. Our Jesse Degollado tells us how it was that body was found and where the investigation goes from here.
SAPD responded after employees with the San Antonio River Authority spotted the body of a male, age unknown, along the San Antonio River around 11:30 this morning. Police say it was laying partly on the south bank of the river and in the river itself. The call came in as a probable drowning, but police say it's being treated as a potential crime scene for now, pending a ruling by the medical examiner.
We're going to look through everything to make sure that we examine every portion of a possible motive detail as to the cause of death of this person.
The ME also will determine whether there is any trauma to the body, which may not have been initially visible.
What we have right now, there isn't anything that will alert us.
Gathered at the scene were those who appeared to be the victim's friends and family who were visibly distraught. The discovery of a body was especially unnerving for anyone who walks or runs along this part of the San Antonio River.
I've never seen this before, ever. And I've been walking here, like I said, over a decade.
The response, we're told, is typical for a death like this. Today's discovery was within sight of the popular Blue Star Arts Complex.
We are going to handle this as we do every investigation with very utmost care.
In Southtown, Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
He's accused of killing a baby. An update now on the murder trial of Miguel Gutierrez. Today, Gutierrez found guilty of first-degree murder in the death of that 11-month-old boy. The baby, Xavier Cortez, died in 2017 while Gutierrez was supposed to be babysitting him. Paramedics testified they found Cortez unresponsive the night he died, say he had bruising on his stomach and the words "Thug Life" written on his body. Gutierrez now faces 5 to 99 years or life in prison.
We've learned the name of a disabled man who was killed Friday in a hit and run. He is identified as 59-year-old David Anthony Prue. San Antonio police say Prue was using a walker to cross Fredericksburg Road near I-10 in Vance Jackson when he was hit. The driver did not stop to help and has not been caught. Prue was pronounced dead at the scene.
A man okay after he was shot at a fast food drive-thru overnight. San Antonio police say the man was at the Whataburger on Autry Pond Road. That's near Bulverde and Jones Maltzberger. He was with a friend. He was showing her his gun, and while they were waiting in line, she accidentally fired it, hitting the man in the arm. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
The U.S. Supreme Court taking on a big legal challenge of Texas's new abortion law today. Oral arguments for the challenge to the law will be picking up in the morning. That law went into effect just 2 months ago. It bans abortions at around 6 weeks of pregnancy or as soon as a fetal heartbeat is detected. The Supreme Court is not speeding up the process to hear the case. Abortion rights advocates began their arguments today.
To allow Texas's scheme to stand would provide a roadmap for other states to abrogate any decision of this court with which they disagree.
At least 12 other states have enacted similar bans. All have been blocked from going into effect. The Supreme Court expected to make its decision before the end of the year.
The San Antonio water system ending its stage 1 water restrictions. Year-round water rules go into effect beginning tomorrow. SAS says recent rainfall and cooler temperatures have helped put the 10-day average of the Edwards Aquifer above its trigger point. SAS is still encouraging residents to continue only watering once a week.
And as usual, hand watering is always the most efficient way to go. It's my personal preference. I know it's not for everybody, but to me, it's kind of therapeutic to be outside hand watering in the evening as the sun goes down. It's so nice. Anyway, okay, today, 55 this morning, then a high temperature of 79. Pretty close to average for this time of year. You look at temperatures now, 82 Eagle Pass, 80 degrees at Schertz, 82 West Kerrville. For the most part, we're right around the 80-degree mark across our area this afternoon on into the early evening. Now, temperatures are going to fall off, but not as quickly as the past couple of nights. We'll have some fog developing, and another week, another cold front. You're going to notice this one. Talk about that in a bit, Ursula.
Thanks so much. President Joe Biden making his appeal to global leaders today in Scotland. Biden joined by world leaders for the COP26 summit to address the crisis of climate change. He announced a long-term strategy to meet his commitment of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. by the year 2050. Experts say this might be difficult since the U.S. is the second most polluted country in the world. That conference set to last 2 weeks while world leaders discuss how to combat climate change.
She is 13 and an impressive young woman, both inspiring and smart.
You're about to meet Jane Moody. She's the creator behind an invention that helps people dealing with diseases that prevent them from using their hands. And that would include amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS.
Our Stefania Jimenez sits down with Moody to share her inspiring story.
But all I'd have to do is just do this, and I could write.
That's Jane Moody, and although what she's describing sounds simple, it isn't. She's showing you a mechanical hand, one that she invented 3 years ago after her teacher made a suggestion.
I said, I want you to be thinking about something that would help better the world.
After about 5 or 10 minutes of brainstorming, I came up with a writing device for people with dexterity issues.
Her inspiration? This man, Joe Holt. He was Jane's father's best friend and co-worker who had been diagnosed with ALS, a disease that gradually deteriorates motor function, making it difficult for patients to do things like ride or feed themselves.
I wanted to help him because he still wanted to be able to work, he still wanted to be able to write letters to his family.
Watching the deterioration, that was crushing.
Jane's dad, Marshall Moody, remembers how difficult it was to watch his friend suffer. Joe's wife, Karen Holt, says that her husband fought as long as he could.
Almost 3 years with his journey, we watched him lose the ability to use his arms, his hands, his legs, his feet, ultimately his swallowing and speech.
There's no cure for ALS. Joe passed away in December of 2019. And although he never got to see Jane's final product, her motivation is just as strong.
I know he's watching from heaven and he'll be able to see it through the whole way through up there.
And I think that he would be so proud of Jane.
So it's appropriate that Jane named the invention the Joe Holt 2.0 in Joe's memory. And while it started as a classroom assignment, she's still working on it. Her father helped her secure patents, and she's hoping that someday Injured veterans or ALS patients like Joe will be able to use it.
And I just start like smiling and laughing, and it's kind of hard to like chill out, but it's like, it makes me really happy.
Stefania Jimenez, KSAT 12 News.
Way to go, Jane. All right, let's switch over to a celebration of German culture right here in the heart of Texas. And Wurstfest in New Braunfels making a grand return for the first time in 2 years. The 2021 event follows a major fire that destroyed part of the grounds people have come to know and love, and the pandemic putting a pause on the annual event. Our Alicia Barrera explains why this year's festival is giving people more reasons to celebrate.
2 years after the last Wurstfest celebration, the German festival is making a comeback, and its 60th anniversary comes with a $13 million renovation. Wurstfest 2019 ended successfully. It wasn't until a few days after that a fire ignited twice on the festival grounds, causing extensive damage to Wurst Hall and destroying the iconic Marktplatz building.
The morning that we found out that the building had burned down, by that afternoon, we had already started forming a committee of our own personal members.
2021 Wurstfest President Randy Rust says at the time, the goal was to rebuild quickly and safely to prepare for the festival's 60th anniversary in 2020.
We had electricians, we had construction people, we had metal erectors, Waynes was in construction, and they all came together and said, we need to go with the design build, which is the fastest way to build something.
Unaware the COVID-19 pandemic would lead to the cancellation of the 2020 event, the rebuilding process went on.
We just took the whole roof off and reinforced the rafters that had gotten too hot and warped, and then we put a new roof on it, and we brought it back to its original design. There was a lot of emphasis put on tradition, the things that we have, the way things look.
This year, things won't just look different, they'll sound different too.
We've changed the direction of the big tent so it faces towards the Marktplatz, and so it gives you kind of an amphitheater type feel to it. Music will radiate into this area.
Music, food, drinks, mixed with the support from the community is what makes Wurstfest come together. It runs November 5th through the 14th. You can read more about Wurstfest and how to support at KSAT.com.
That was Alicia Barrera reporting. November, usually prime time to score some big Black Friday discounts, but this year, supply chain disruptions have shoppers wondering what they'll even be able to find, let alone locate at a sale. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moore shows us a few deals out there right now.
Even with supply chain issues, deal hunting experts say sales and selection can be found, but you'll need to shop early.
The earlier you shop, the more options you're going to have. And if you shop earlier, you'll have less worry about shipping delays.
Consumer Reports tracks the prices on its top tested products all year. So here's what's discounted right now. First, tablets. The Lenovo Duet Chromebook is on sale for $249 at Amazon. It's a top pick for kids because of its parental controls. Want to go big?
Prices on TVs have gone up a bit this year, so the discounts won't be as big as you might expect around Black Friday. We're going to see the best deals around larger TVs, that's 65-inch TVs and bigger.
The Samsung 75-inch QLED 4K Smart TV is now $1,900 at Best Buy. Testers say it has excellent color and a wide viewing angle. Next, wireless headphones. The JLab J-Buds Air True wireless earbuds are on sale for $24.49 at Amazon and Target. CR says this affordable pair is comparable to higher-end brands. Hosting for the holidays and want to clean up? The Shark Vertex Ultralight Corded Stick Vac is now $240 at Bed Bath & Beyond and Amazon. CR says it's good for carpets, bare floors, and pet hair. And finally, air fryers, still hot. The Dreo air fryer is now $81 at Amazon. Testers say this model is easy to clean. If you're worried about shopping too early and paying too much, ask the retailer if they will refund the difference if the price drops after you buy. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
In celebration of Day of the Dead, a special place honoring loved ones with altars and ofrendas, where you can find this wonderful exhibit next. The two-day official celebration of Dia de los Muertos begins today. And for more than 30 years, the Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center has provided a space for members of the city's west side to celebrate the lives of their loved ones.
Now the center is hosting an exhibit right now. It's featuring the work and memories of local schools, businesses, and families. Members have created altars or ofrendas for their loved ones. It's something the center has been doing since the 80s.
The exhibit taking place right now until 8 p.m. at the Progreso Community Center.
We have a reminder that the state constitutional amendment election is tomorrow, and it's your last chance to vote. There are municipal races, school bonds, the seat for the House District 118, and a total of 8 proposed constitutional amendments on the ballot. Polls are open from 7 a.m. tomorrow to 7 at night. You can find a complete listing of voting locations on KSAT.com.
And speaking of those constitutional amendments, we have a story coming up tonight at 6 about one of them in particular. Myra Arthur joins us now. Myra, Proposition 6 impacts the elderly and their families, I understand.
Yes, Steve, really anyone who lives in a nursing home or an assisted living facility. There are countless stories of people who went months, even a year or more, unable to see their loved ones in those kinds of places because, of course, safety concerns amid the pandemic. Take a look, listen, and see if this sounds familiar.
We lost time, and you can't get that back. There's no dollar amount that'll get that back.
So many people can relate to this. Proposition 6 to the state constitution would allow people living in nursing homes to designate one essential caregiver. That person could not be denied visitation rights in the case of another pandemic or another sort of emergency, for example. But there could be health implications here. Our Tiffany Huertas is working on that story for 6 o'clock. Also in the works, both for our newscast and the South Side, a police substation within the City Council District 3. It's been a long time coming for some. Garrett Berger is breaking down the plans for that police substation and talking to people who live in that district about what that would mean for their neighborhoods. That and more coming your way on the news at 6. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Myra. Take a look outside with live cam. Absolutely stunning day out there. Hope you got out there and enjoyed it.
What a great weekend it was, especially last night for Halloween.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes, it was very good for Halloween. Very agreeable. It was a little warm when the sun was up and, beating down on you if you wore a thick costume, with a lot of layers. But overall in the evening and night, it was great. Very agreeable. Another week, another cold front coming our way. You're going to notice this one for the middle of the week and end of the week. Bigger temperature drop than what we had before and better midweek rain chances with this cold front. So let's talk about it. First, this is what we'd classify as noticeable to strong cold front. We'll take our afternoon temperatures from near 80 degrees down into the 50s for a day, and morning temperatures will drop back down into the 40s. So we're not going to see as big of a drop in terms of morning temperatures. However, afternoon readings will take a bigger hit. So right now we're at 79, dew point of 59, south-southeasterly wind coming off the Gulf, and that's increased our moisture content a little bit, but it's not uncomfortable. I mean, dew point's right near 60 for just a couple of days, and then the cold front hits and wipes away any little hint of mugginess that's going to be here for just a few days. Currently, 80s once you get outside the hill country, 85 Pleasanton, 83 Hondo, 88 Cotulla, 81 in New Braunfels, but some 70s in the hill country. We head farther to the north. That's where we see temperatures drop off a bit. And this is actually our cold front near Abilene and Midland. It's going to stay parked to the north of us for another day and then advance southward on Wednesday. But temperatures behind it in the 60s, 50s, and even 30s and 40s farther up the plain. So look what happens to our afternoon high temperatures. We go from near 80 tomorrow and even today to 70 on Wednesday, not bad, to 58 for the afternoon high temperature on Thursday. You heard that correctly. 58 degrees, low clouds, little breezy, and even a few showers and dampness to start the day on Thursday. So a heavier hitting cold front when it comes to those afternoon temperatures, and you'll want to have the jacket for the day on Thursday. Not a lot of action along the boundaries here associated with this front that's going to be pushing southward. However, we expect some light showers and drizzle by Wednesday, lasting into early Thursday. Tomorrow, we just wake up to fog. Here's our FUTURECAST as we go through the day. Some breaks in the clouds again tomorrow, kind of like what we had today. tomorrow night into very early Wednesday, that's when we have drizzle, dampness, sprinkles. This is 4 a.m. Notice how the FUTURECAST isn't showing really heavy organized rain, just those nuisance hit or miss light little showers. And if we're lucky, from when tomorrow night, basically all the way through Thursday morning, we could squeeze out a half an inch here and there. So mainly Wednesday night is when we have the best rain chances. This evening, though, comfortable, not much of a breeze, that fog developing by early tomorrow morning. And then we start the day at 60, rise to about 80 degrees, the high temperature. That bigger, more noticeable temperature drop comes by Thursday. Have a jacket ready all day, but we warm up by the weekend.
Thank you, Adam.
Boy, last night makes you think maybe this is the Cowboys' year.
Yeah, you know what? When you have the star quarterback like Dak Prescott cannot play, you put in the backup Cooper Rush, who, by the way, has never started an NFL game, and they win. And they win big, especially when it comes to that second half surge. When we come back, we'll show you what we're talking about. And what do you think of the new Fiesta-themed uniforms for the Spurs coming up?
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
If I hadn't seen it myself, I would not have believed, but the Dallas Cowboys were able to beat the Minnesota Vikings on the road without Dak Prescott at quarterback. Prescott was a late scratch due to his strained right calf. That was not good enough to go, so Cooper Rush got his first NFL starting and made the best of it with the help of the Dallas defense that only allowed one touchdown all night long. Cooper threw for 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, both in the second half. The first one, a perfect strike to Cedric Wilson for a 73-yard touchdown. And then Cooper combined with Cooper, as in Amari Cooper, who made this incredible catch of the fourth quarter after a bounce off the defender, setting up the game-winning touchdown. A perfect fade in the corner to Cooper with 51 seconds left to win it 20-16, all happening in front of his mom and dad, wife, and other family members.
My brothers flew in, parents got here, wife flew up with the baby. Got someone to watch the baby, and it's pretty special. Can't wait to go see him out there. And sports system's been unbelievable my whole life. It's the reason I'm here.
There was so much going on that drive that it was kind of all a blur because I kind of like tweaked my hamstring, and that was so frustrating. You know, you can imagine on a drive like that. But yeah, the catch, the bobbled catch, just wasn't really a great route by me. But I needed to catch the ball, and so I fought, scratched, clawed, concentrated, and I was able to come up with the catch.
That was awesome. Next up, the Denver Broncos on Sunday at noon in AT&T Stadium as the Cowboys look to go 7 in a row. Our San Antonio Spurs were able to snap out of their 4-game losing streak by defeating the defending NBA champions in Milwaukee on Saturday night. In that game, DeJounte Murray took over in the fourth quarter, a place that had been kind of a bad place for the Spurs of late, and closed out by winning, scoring 16 of his 23 points in the final period of the 102-93 victory. Now they close out their road trip tonight in Indiana.
End of a road trip, always a big game here at the end, and try to get us back home. But big win last game. We just got to bounce back and try to get this win against a good Indiana team.
Tip time tonight is at 6 o'clock. We'll have all the highlights for tonight on the Night Beat. The Spurs unveiling their new Fiesta-themed uniforms today. They'll make their on-court debut on November the 12th against the Mavericks. A much lighter look this time around that pays tribute to their beginnings as the Dallas Chaparrals. That's where they began, and then they morphed into the Spurs in 73, 74, NBA in 76, and the rest, as they say, is glorious history.
Because those were the colors back then.
Well, not particularly those particular colors, but there are parts of that uniform that were chaparral-like.
Looks like Will Ferrell should be in one of them.
Let's get tropical.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be right back.
Sure. All right, looking ahead, that cold front hits Wednesday, and you'll really feel the changes by the time we get into Wednesday night and Thursday. Some decent rain chances, but we're not expecting a whole lot in terms of accumulation. Just some dampness Wednesday through the first part of Thursday. And look at that high on Thursday, 58 and cloudy.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you for watching the News at 5.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.